I'm always head over heels when it comes to the word of the Lord, because that word is powerful. The word of the Lord is life. I mean, the Bible is life. Believe it or not, I've seen it snap me from jaws of fear, of doubt, of distress and depression. So I beat my chest and I boldly say that the word of the Lord is very, very powerful, apt, and dynamic. Just like Hebrews says that the word of the Lord is like a two-edged sword. I mean, it pierces everything penetrable. That's introduction. About last week thereabout, I was under the weather. Not like I wasn't fine, maybe health wise, but mentally and emotionally I was kind of going through a breakdown, and it was an intense one for about 2 days. It was really intense. Then God knew that it might take me under the waters, and he sent his word to me right on time. Let me do a quick background into how I would say stumble upon that word. So I have a word for the year that the Lord has given me, and it's been like that over the years. So when I was when I was down last week, I was just like, okay, let me open to this word. And the word is Isaiah 41:10. So at that time, I didn't know what was happening. Maybe because of what was happening with me, I was a bit messed up. And I just went to open Isaiah 40. I would not really say, I won't give the credit to my state of mind that time. I think it was just God leading me. So I just found myself reading Isaiah 40. I'm like, is Isaiah 40 now one I want to open now? But as I opened Isaiah 40, verse 10 specifically, I just stayed there glued, like, wow. And I felt like, yeah, this is one word I need, so I don't need to go to Isaiah 41. And I just stayed there. And why I feel like that word is a divine orchestration is because this isn't the first time I would want to open Isaiah 41 and I would mistakenly open Isaiah 40, like the same verse 10:10. And I'd never been glued there at any point. I'll probably just quickly realize that, oh, it's Isaiah 41 I want to open and go to it. But this particular day, I just stayed there like, okay. I just stayed glued there like, okay, this is it. Meanwhile, as I stayed good, the Holy Spirit was just like, start from verse 1. And you know what verse 1 says? It starts with comfort. It says comfort, comfort. And it was like, that was what I needed at that time. It was like God was talking to me, that child, comfort. And verse 8 says something about the grass withers and the flowers fade, but the word of our God stands forever. Verse 9 says that, I'll read the TPT version quickly. It says, go up on a mountain, you joyful messengers of Zion, and lift up your voices with power. You will proclaim joyous news to Jerusalem. Shout it out and do not be afraid. Say to the cities of Judah, here is your God. Listen to verse 10. Look, here comes Lord Yahweh as a victorious warrior. He triumphs with his awesome power. Watch as he brings with him his reward and the spoils of victory to give to his people. Very powerful scripture, loaded. Now, what I want to bring us between verse 8 and verse 10 is, remember I said verse 1 said, introduction said comfort, comfort. Now, God was going to make a proclamation in verse 9 and verse 10, and he needed to give me and every other person who is trusting God for every promise you have received an assurance and a reconfirmation that this word I am saying to you stands forever. The flower can fade, the grass can wither, but this particular word I'm telling you, I am saying to you, would never fail. It stands forever. That's why verse 8 has, that's what verse 8 talks about. Now, verse 9 says, go up on a mountain, you joyful messengers of Zion, and lift up your voices with power. You will proclaim joyous news to Jerusalem. Shout it out and do not be afraid. Say to the cities of Judah, here comes your Lord. Here is your God, sorry. Verse 10 now says, look, here comes Lord Yahweh as a victorious warrior. He triumphs with his awesome power. Watch as it brings with him his reward, the spoils of victory to give his people. I mean, this word is so I don't know. I just feel like it's for me because my the pet name I have for God, like anytime I like want to feel myself with God, I'll just say Yahweh, Yahweh, Yahweh. And as I was reading that scripture, it wasn't really I was glued there, but this was just like go and read in TPT and seeing Lord, seeing Yahweh, I'm like, what are you doing here with this spirit? So amazing, yeah. This is just to tell you that God is very mindful, and that which would drown you, He would always reach out His victorious right hand to deliver you. So for me, God had to position verse 8 just to reassure me that what I want to say to you in verse 9 and verse 10 is my word, and it stands forever, and it will not fail. So since that day I read this word, like the following day, I've been happy, like they dash me money. I've been that excited, and guess what? What was my joy is the word of the Lord, because like I'm so assured again that okay, this word it stands forever. It stands forever. And now I want to quickly point out something in verse 9. It says that the B part says, shout out and don't be afraid. Say to the cities of Judah. Judah is praise. So he's saying, say to your city, and there's this declaration I make over myself that my city wall is praise. So when you surround yourself with praise, everything in your life will give way. So God is speaking. So that's thanksgiving you are offering to Him, that He is coming, and He's coming like a mighty, terrible one. He's coming like a warrior. He's coming as Yahweh because He is the Lord. And guess what He's coming to do? He's coming to reward me. He's coming to reward you, and He's coming to give us spoils of His victory. That's amazing. So watch out, though. Watch out for me, because it's going to be a massive reward. God bless you.